Hello there. In this video we're going to create some responsive grids that work across desktop, tablet and mobile. Okay, so let's jump into Figma and let's go up here and select frame, and let's draw out a desktop one. So let's do 1440 by 1024. Okay, and now let's press F on the keyboard and let's do iPad Pro. And again, let's press F on the keyboard and go to mobile. We'll go to phone, and let's do iPhone 8 for now. So we've got our three different frames. Let's start with desktop, and let's zoom in. So let's click on the frame, and let's go into layout grid. Let's click on the plus. So that's applied just a grid at the moment, which we're not wanting because we want to do columns. So let's set columns. Let's set the column count to 12 because that's fairly common across desktop. Let's leave it as stretch. Let's add a margin of 24 pixels and a gutter to match for 24 pixels. And I guess you can make these margin and gutters bigger and smaller or whatever fits your needs. I tend to go up in increments of 4 pixels, so everything will match nicely across the different devices. So that's our desktop done. Let's click on the frame, go here to layout grid. To the left of this icon, just left click, and it selects it. I'm now going to press Command C on the Mac to copy. I'm going to scroll along, go to my iPad, and now I'm going to press Command V, and that pastes the same grid across. For iPad, it seems 12 columns seems a little bit excessive, so we're going to go in, click on the icon here. I'm going to change that to, let's try 8, and that does look a little bit better. So I guess if we wanted to go in here and adjust these columns slightly, because obviously we're getting onto a smaller device, we can. So -8 off the margin, let's -8 off the gutter. So we've got 16. Okay, and now let's click on the frame. Again, click on layout grid, Command C, and go to mobile here, press Command V. That again pastes the grid, and as you can see, 8 columns is probably a bit excessive for mobile, so let's go in again. Let's half that, let's go to 4, and let's see, 16 pixels on the edge. You could always adjust that to 8. And same with the gutter. You might want to keep that if you feel that spacing is sufficient. So we can always add that back in. Everything is set to stretch. The reason it's set to stretch is when you, let's copy a frame. Say you were adjusting and I guess designing for different devices. The grid will stretch accordingly to whatever size frame you want, and that's the same for all of the different grids that we've created. So I guess we could have just taken the desktop frame and gradually made it smaller and adjusted the columns as well, because these grids are stretching to meet the size of the frame. Okay, so that's it. We've set up our responsive grids for desktop, tablet and mobile. I'd encourage you to go into Figma and give it a go yourself. So that's it for this video. Like and subscribe. Add some comments, and I will see you in the next video.